Hey guys, what is up and welcome to the channel. I am the Shotgun Shogun, and if you're like me, you woke up this morning seeing a whole bunch of people pretty hype about the Semiramis announcement over on the JP server. However, if you're like me, you play North America, so that's probably, 2 years away now, depending. But what we're going to be focusing on is the Servant Rank Up Quest Part 1 that's being released on the North American servers. Now, I know it's being a little overshadowed by the Semiramis announcement, but what are we getting out of this? Well, the event starts on the 1st and runs through the 7th, and you might be asking, but there's no real information. Who's getting the quest rate-ups? Well, it's Spartacus, Eric Bloodaxe, Charles Sanson, my boy Benkei, Leonidas, Boudica, and St. Martha. So what are they getting? Let us start with our boy Spartacus. I'll go down, and that was in order. So because they haven't released what people, spoiler alert, the first one's Spartacus. And what's Spartacus getting? Well, his first ability, Honor of the Battered Bee, grants a self-regeneration for 5 turns, going from 200, 240, 280, 320, 360, 400, 440, 480, 520, and 600 at max, will be changed to 500 base and 1500 at 10. I'm not saying all of those again. But anyways, yeah, that definitely gives him a much, much bigger health regeneration. At rank 10, we get almost an extra 900 hit points per turn. Do I think that this is going to be game-changing? Do I think that there's a whole lot of people out there who have ranked up Spartacus's skill to 10? I don't. But this is definitely good, even just from the very beginning. You get an extra 300 at base 1. You can get up to rank 4 pretty easy, which gives you a difference of 320 to 800. So if you're balling on a budget with Spartacus, this definitely is a very good buff for my dude Spartacus. So let's move on to the next one, and that would be Mr. Eric Bloodaxe. Mr. Eric Bloodaxe, we have Support Magic C. Now, this reduces the attack of one enemy for 2 turns, reduces the defense of one enemy for 2 turns. Rank 1, we're at 5% to 5%. Rank 10, we're at 15 and 15. Now, following his Strengthening Up quest, we go from 5% attack and 10% defense at rank 1 to 15% attack and 30% defense at rank 10. So while this doesn't really decrease the amount that their attack goes down, it is doubling the amount that their defense goes down during this. So if you are using Eric Bloodaxe, he is pretty good at clearing hands with his Noble Phantasm. Just know that this ability will help hit a little bit harder by bringing down that defense a little bit more. All right, and on to the next one. We have Charles Sanson. So this is going to be increasing his second skill, Medical Techniques A, which recovers 1 targetable ally's hit points. Starting at rank 1, you get 1,000 hit points. Rank 10, you get 3,000. Following the Strengthening quest, you might have thought, oh my goodness, are we going to get more hit points? No, this actually removes a debuff from an ally. So this is a really good targeted heal and debuff removal. Now, the next one, the man, the myth, the legend, voice of St. Quartz's favorite servant, Benkei. So what does Benkei get? Well, unlike the other ones, Benkei does not get an increased skill. He gets a brand new skill. He unlocks his 3rd skill called Blank Subscription List. Kind of wish that I could do that when people try to get me to sign up for magazines. It's 2018. Who buys magazines anymore? But anyways, what does this do? Chance to prevent all enemies from using their NP for 1 turn. Now, at rank 1, it's 60%, so you have a little bit better than a 50-50 chance for them to use their Noble Phantasm, which is pretty bad. Rank 10 gives you an 80% chance, which still isn't a 100% chance. It's better than a 60% chance, marginally, but it's still not a 100% chance. So I mean, if you're using Benkei for some reason and you're about to get blasted by a noble phantasm because reasons, it's not the worst. It's not the worst skill to have. Benkei is pretty bad. Sorry. But let's move on to somebody a little bit better and a little bit more enticing. My man Leonidas. Dude has a 12-pack abs. He's looking super beast. What's he get? He gets a completely brand new skill. And what does this brand new skill bring to the table? Increase the entire party's buster performance for 3 turns. Like, a lot of times you get something that's like, oh, increase it for 1 turn. You know, and you pop it off, you're like, boom, Noble Phantasm time. Watch all of the deeps. But this dude increases your buster performance for 3 turns. Rank 1, 15%. Rank 10, 25%. Like, that is pretty good just on its own. Like, he is good to just swap in, boom, buster it out. So yeah, no, definitely Leonidas, probably one of the people who gets the better shake of the tree on this strengthening quest. But what about the last 2? What about Boudica and St. Martha? Well, let's get over to Boudica. What is Boudica getting? Boudica is getting another brand new skill. So her 3rd skill is going to be Andraste's Divine Protection A. What's this do? This increases the party's art performance for 3 turns. So it's not as good as Leonidas' buster, but we go from 10% to 20% at the max. So again, it is 3 turns. And if you look at the max, the cooldown on that is 5 turns. So if for some reason you are running Boudica as a support arts rider, there will only be 2 turns where you won't have this buff up. Definitely good if you want to run her on an arts team, a budget arts team. She gets guts, you know, Oath of the Goddess is situational at best, but bringing in this increase to arts performance at 20% and 10% at the minimum is definitely pretty good. And on to the 4-star of this. What do we got? We've got my girl Martha, and we are going to be looking at her 2nd skill. This is Miracle D. Recovers the party's hit points and removes all party debuffs. So before strengthening, you're looking at 300 to 1500 at the top tier. After the strengthening quest, we're going 100 or 1000 to 2000. And it still does the debuff removal, but that is an extra 700 at the bottom end and an extra 500 at the top end. So this is definitely a pretty big deal if you haven't invested a ton into like Martha's, into her skills. You're getting about, like, let's just say you took it up to 4, pre-strengthening, you're looking at 660. Afterwards, you're looking at 1300. So that's about double what you would have before. So overall, the strengthening quests are pretty good. They definitely bring a little bit of extra oomph to some servants that you may have been using, may not have been using, might not have even looked at. I definitely know that people dig Leonidas, and having that extra buff is going to bring a lot to the Leonidas table. Martha is situational, but she's a good rider. So overall, good strengthening quests, and we have something to do. So I was a little concerned that we wouldn't have anything to do after this event. I was calling for a half AP event, but it looks like we're getting the Servant Strength quest. So cool. Anyways, guys, let me know which one of these servants you are most hyped for down in the comments. And as always, if you like the content, smash that like button, give me a subscribe, and stick around for more giveaways, more info, more dank meme streams, more random guy on the internet telling you to sell your blood. But anyways, I will catch you next time. Peace.